Thank you, Dr. Nihal, for being here today on the Pathfinders podcast. This is a podcast that's, of course, very near and dear to anyone who's working on the UAU Pavilion at Expo. So, to begin with, Dr. Nihal, if you can introduce yourself and introduce your role, basically, in the whole picture of the Expo, the UAU Expo Pavilion.
So, as you know, I'm the executive director of the UAEU Pavilion at Expo 2020. So, my role actually is to coordinate the university effort towards the planning and the execution of the activities towards having, a pavilion at Expo 2020, which means actually the whole programming, the exhibition, and all the elements and components around. So that's my role. So we are a big team, and we work with all the, the members of the community. So we have leadership members, we have faculty members, we have staff members, we have students. It's a big team, and we are extremely thrilled to see very soon the outcomes of the work that has been done since, the idea started in 2016, but let's say we as team, we have been working since 2017 on this project.
Yes, definitely, and the excitement is something that I always hear when I hear the word Expo, and when I hear UAU specifically being the only university in the world to have its own pavilion at Expo. This feeling of excitement and pride is something that's common within all of the people who are working on this project, and also within the students and within the community in general. So if we were to go back in time and to go back to the first moment you heard that UAU is going to be a part of Expo 2020, what was the feeling back then, and what was the first step that was taken?
So typically it was, I still remember, as I mentioned, in 2016, so we started thinking and looking at Expo, this mega event, and which is coming for the first time to the region. We were looking at it as a big opportunity for the university to showcase something new and to create a unique positioning. So it's not something that came out of nothing. It's really a long reflection, a long process. The leadership of the university was looking at the Expo as an opportunity to recreate or somehow create a new way of growth and development for the university. As you know, actually, the country is celebrating the Golden Jubilee, and in 3 years, UAEU is also going to celebrate its 50 years. So we are somehow putting this participation at Expo as a way to, give, an idea about what UAEU will look like in the next 50 years. So this is the flagship university in the country. It, encompasses all the values of, the founding fathers of the union. It's representing all the, all the dreams of the people and the leadership of the country. And at the same time, Expo is going to be like the platform to showcase the future, the university of the future, and how this university will look like in the next 50 years. Again, actually, the participation of UAEU at Expo is going to be through different different components, major elements of our programming. So we have 2 exhibitions, one permanent exhibition, which is about a journey of the Pathfinder. It is the University of the Future exhibition. And we have a temporary exhibition, which is synchronized with the thematic weeks at Expo. And this temporary exhibition is about the tree of UAEU, which evolved since actually the seeds was planted by the late Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan. And then actually we have all the assets, the colleges, the research centers, all the achievements that have been made by the community are going to be represented in this tree of the UAEU in the making of the next 50 years, as I mentioned. And then we have 2 programs, mainly the Pathfinders program, which is the 6-month program, the pilot of the curriculum of the future, which we are currently pre-piloting. And so the 2nd edition is going to be at Expo. And then we have another program, which is about the Institute of the Future, which is going to be offering this curriculum of the future. We will talk more about it very soon. And finally, we have the events, which are like conferences, symposiums, workshops, hackathons, organized by UAEU in partnership with other pavilions at Expo and along all the thematic weeks, again, that we have at Expo. So imagine, like, if I tell you for the digital exhibition, like the temporary exhibition, we have more than 60 submissions by more than 30 departments in the university. If we talk about the events that we have more than 15 or like between 15 and 20 events, which are again proposed by different colleges, research centers in the university. The permanent exhibition, all the elements have been co-created by students, faculty members, staff since September 2019. So the whole university is involved. All the departments, the leadership, the students, everyone is involved. So everyone is going to see part of his or her contribution when visiting this pavilion at Expo, which is going to be like a strong, proof of the culture and the belonging that we all have to this great institution.
Of course, there are many aspects to the role of, or to the participation of the university in Expo. So there's the pavilion, and as you mentioned, a lot of accompanying initiatives and programs, which is amazing, and which provides a lot of opportunities for people, for students, for anyone to get involved. But if you were to talk about the pavilion specifically, what can the visitors expect to gain or benefit from visiting the UAEU pavilion at Expo? What would they learn or experience throughout visiting the pavilion? Stay tuned for the next episode of the Pathfinders podcast to learn more about UAEU's pavilion at Expo 2020. Thank you to Dr. Nihal for her great cooperation in this episode.